For the beers, go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean.
Hey, that sucked. It's a great homestand, and I was really hoping I could talk to you guys after just a great way to end a great homestand, but instead we got a buzzkill, vibe-killing end to a homestand. This isn't how it was supposed to go. The Phillies were supposed to have these incredible come-from-behind wins, throughout the entire homestand. You're supposed to get Bryce Harper. Let's just start with this. Trey Turner, an end of a great August for Trey Turner, a historic August for Trey Turner, end of a historic August for the entire team with 1 billion home runs in the month of August, all that jazz. And then, Bryce Harper gets his 300th career home run in his last at-bat of the homestand, the historic month of August. And instead of ending on that note, we have to end on Craig Kimbrell and the defense blowing a save opportunity in the ninth inning. And I say end the defense because, look, you got to love Garrett Stubbs. And I do. I think I love Garrett Stubbs. He's great at being the backup catcher to JT Realmuto. But how do you not smother that third strike? How do you let that one go through the wickets? What the hell, man? And then from then on, oh, my goodness gracious, Craig Kimbrell's historic awful August. As great as August has been for just about everyone else, it has been terrible for Craig Kimbrell. And I've defended the guy, he's been great. He's been awesome. He's blown 2 saves this year, but he's been great. He's been phenomenal. June and July were amazing. Lights out and all that stuff. May was pretty rough for him. But June and July he was untouchable. And then in the month of August, he has put up his worst numbers consistently of the season. He has just been steadily bad. And I don't know if it was the All-Star break that got to him and throwing 30 pitches in that All-Star game. I don't know. But August has been terrible for Craig Kimbrell coming into today. And now you look at it. He goes another inning today, 2 more hits added to his total, another walk, 3 runs scored. It gives up another home run, 25-pitch outing. This has been his worst month where he has put up at least 8 innings of work in a single month. So while everything has been great for Trey Turner and Nick Castellanos and Brandon Marsh and Bryce Harper, obviously, they have been terrible for Craig Kimbrell. And I can see why you would look at a guy like I can see why you would look at Rob Thompson and say, maybe I need to change things up a little bit. Maybe Gregory Soto comes in. Maybe he closes out a game. Maybe Dominguez comes in. Now Jose Alvarado's back. Maybe these guys will mix it up a little bit at the back end of that bullpen and help spell Craig Kimbrell certain opportunities for save situations, just to make sure we're giving him as much rest as possible because the man's logged a lot of innings at an old age, but just didn't have it. Started out with a strikeout, and then just wild pitch goes through the legs of Garrett Stubbs. Next thing you know, the leadoff man's on. Next thing you know, you got runners on first and third with nobody out. And then you blink, and it's a tie ball game thanks to a sac fly RBI to center field. It's 8-8, and then Drury gets a 2-2 fastball out over the middle. After you strike out Shohei Ohtani on 3 straight fastballs, and you got Ohtani to swing a junk high and outside. Ohtani, yay! Hey, I'll tell you what, Shohei Ohtani's great at everything. You know what he sucks at? Rounding the bases. In particular, you know what he sucks at? He sucks at judging how much time he has to get to second base. In this series, he has sucked at that. Man, that Shohei Ohtani sucks at this one very specific thing, trying to go from second to third in the Citizens Bank Park. That's what he sucks at. Anyway, I'm just pissed because it's supposed to be so much better. This is supposed they've had this great homestand against. They lost the one game against the Nationals, but they have the game. They take care of business against the Giants. They take care of business against the Angels, at least winning 2 of 3, I guess. Whoop-de-doo. It is just such a stupid ending to what it was otherwise a great homestand. By the way, let me tell you guys about the great people at Colony Pools and Power Wash, and give them a call. Colony Pools and Power Washing. Let them help bring your home back to life for the rest of this summer and beyond. You can give our sponsor a call for the entire baseball season at 302-762-2250. That's 302-762-2250. If you're tired of seeing that ugly green algae on your siding, on your roof, on your deck, then you just need to give the people at Colony Pools and Power Washing a call, and they will help you out. Phillies came this close to having back-to-back sweeps in their homestand. Back-to-back sweeps to end their homestand. They had an opportunity, of course. They did it with the Cardinals. They took 3 out of 3 of them. They had an opportunity against the Giants. They just couldn't punch it out with the last game of that series. And then, of course, the same type of thing. You lose 10-8 by blowing a save in the top of the 9th inning. And the Phillies just couldn't slam the door. In this series in particular, John Kruk has been like Nostradamus. He's been like Cruxstradamus. I don't know. And sure enough, Trey Turner steps up to the plate there in the 5th inning. In the 6th inning. There's 2 outs. I think it's a 1-1 count at that point. And just like that, John Kruk goes, well, Trey, here's an opportunity for another 3-run home run. And sure enough, the Phillies are down 5-3 at this point in the game. And Trey Turner belts one to deep left center field. And he gives the Phillies all of a sudden a 6-5 lead. Gets them a 1-run lead. In the 8th inning, things start to unravel a little bit for the Phils. Gregory Soto comes into the game, gives up a one-out walk, a pair of one-out walks to Ohtani and Drury. Then Dominguez comes into the game. Grichuk gets a single. Then you have bases loaded with 1 out. Ohapi pops out to short. You think you're going to get out of it. Renfroe comes up with the two-run single to right field. The lead flip-flops. You go on the seesaw. You're now down 7-6. And then Garrett Stubbs leaves off the bottom of the 8th inning by striking out. Kyle Schwarber gets a single to right field. Trey Turner strikes out. You're now down to 2 outs. Bryce Harper steps to the plate for what will likely be his last at-bat of this homestand. And we'll go on a road trip here, 6 games, where he has the opportunity to hit his 300th career home run. I know, Bryce Harper knows that he wants to go out there and hit his 300th career home run at Citizens Bank Park in front of the hometown faithful and also give the Phillies a lead. What better way to do it other than a walk-off for Bryce Harper? And sure enough, Bryce Harper sits on a first pitch breaking ball. He's like, I'm going to get something off speed here. Probably breaking ball from former Philly Matt Moore. And sure enough, he gets a knuckle curveball out over the middle of the plate. He just puts a good swing on it, and he puts it 3 rows back in right center field. Phillies go up 8-7, and you think, well, that's it. They back-to-back sweeps to end the homestand. This is exactly how it was supposed to go. And then the 9th inning, Phillies just implode. It leaves you with the bad taste in your mouth. Everything was great. Like, if you tell me the Phillies were only going to drop 3 games on this homestand, you're thinking, this is great. They're fantastic. They're going to get up as many as 5 games in the wild card, occupy a wild card spot by 5 games. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. But when you lose it like this, it really sucks. And this does suck. I know we're going to look back on it and say that this homestand was the end of August. It marked a historic turnaround for Trey Turner in the month of August. It marked a historic month for Kyle Schwarber with the amount of home runs he hit, getting to double digits again in his Phillies career in a single month. The Phillies hitting, what was it, a 59 total home runs this month. That's pretty spectacular. It just sucks that they had such a high moment there in the bottom of the 8th inning. To lose it in the 9th is doesn't ruin it, but it certainly takes a lot of the air out of the balloon. They're off tomorrow. They start a 3-game series with the Brewers on the road in Milwaukee. Blah 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 blah. Damn it! I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, folks. I really don't. And then you also saw Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler return to form on the homestand. They had a meaningful series against the Giants. They won that one. They did what they were supposed to do by sweeping the Cardinals, and then they faced a team in the Angels who are packing it in, and they went 2-3. Nobody told Grichuk that they're packing it in, by the way. He's doing himself a fine job. Absolute fine job. I don't know. Are you guys with me? I'll ask you guys in the chat. Are you guys around the same kind of vibe that I'm feeling right now? Like, it was so great, but air out of the balloon. You guys let me know. As it stands right now, looking at the NL wild card standings as it stands right now. The Philadelphia Phillies are in a spot where they're waiting for the rest of the games to get done for the rest of the day for what we're looking at here. But as of right now, the Phillies still occupy the top wild card spot in the National League. They have a little bit of wiggle room right there. They're 4.5 games up on the rest of the pack. The Cubs are a game up on the Giants. The Giants occupy the third and final spot. The Diamondbacks a half game out of a spot. Reds 2 games. Marlins 3. Padres 7.5, as are the Nationals 7.5, and the Mets, well, they still suck at baseball. They're 9.5 games out of a wild card spot. I just enjoy saying that because, once again, the Mets suck at baseball, and that's something that will always make me feel better, no matter how disappointing a day is for the Phillies. It really has been miraculous to watch them go down so early in games, and then in the 6th inning and on, they just continue to push. And I think it was T-Mac during the broadcast that was noting that in the bottom of the 5th inning, like the game really doesn't start for the Phillies until the 6th inning. And you know what? He's right. Up until that point. So Trey Turner's home run in the 6th inning gave the Phillies in the last 2 days. At that point, they were outscoring the Angels in the 6th inning or later 10-3. Excuse me, 13-3. And then, of course, the Angels were able to put up some runs there in the 9th inning to help their cause. But Phillies had just been lying in wait, basically. As the games drag on, they have opportunities to bounce back and score, and that's what they did for the most part in this game as well. You go down 2-0 in the 2nd inning on the Renfroe 2-run home run to left field. Unfortunately, Christopher Sanchez just hung a slider out over the middle of the play, and Renfroe just went and got it for a 2-0 lead. And then in the 2nd inning, you get some breaks going your way. Detmers ends up having a 30-plus pitch inning in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Rojas gets you an RBI single. Stubbs gets you an RBI fielder's choice to tie things up at 2-all. You go into the 5th inning. Renfroe strikes again. This time you're able to get RBIs from Escobar on an RBI infield single. Then Velasquez gets a sack bunt RBI. It's later changed. It was originally ruled a infield single, RBI single. But you go down in that case 5-2. Phillies come back with Turner's double and then Castellanos' bloop RBI single to right field. It's a 5-3 game. Then unfortunately Stott gets the fielder's choice and Bohm lines out to shortstop, hit the ball on the screws. So the Phillies were only able to get 1 out of that 5th inning. Then Turner changes the course of the game with his 3-run homer, in the 6th inning as the Phillies took that 6-5 lead. But again, they go down, they come back. They go down, they come back. And then unfortunately there was no coming back from the miscues at the bottom of the 9th inning. So that was just an absolute rough one. Let me see where you guys are at and how you guys are vibing after that kind of loss, after that kind of great homestand. It was certainly a rough one to say. What the hell? I'll get back there. I'll get to that one in a second, but don't think I won't address that, Emily. Thank you very much. Greg Benson, help us figure out who to be mad at. I mean, Garrett Stubbs is the backup catcher for a reason. Okay, now he's been a very good backup catcher. That's one that he's got to corral. He's got to get that. But after that, for Craig Kimbrell to give up 2 more hits, for him to walk a batter, for him to get Shohei Ohtani on three pitches, all fastballs. He gets him out and then Drury's the problem? Good God, man. Ugh! This is one that is going to bother me for a long time. Pots and pans. Yeah, I guess it's Kimbrell. I mean, really, Christopher Sanchez goes out there, didn't have his best stuff. Gregory Soto didn't have his best stuff. Dominguez didn't have his best stuff. Like, you can't have all these different guys not have their best stuff and expect to beat a team like the Angels, who even without Mike Trout can mash. As we saw in this series, Drury was a thorn in their sides. Renifro was a thorn in their sides. Ohtani came over with, 5 hits in this series? In a 3-game series? That pisses you off. Phillies needed one more magical hit. You know what would have done it, I think? Bohm steps up to the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning, and I think it was the first pitch he sees. He belts down the left field line, just foul. Has an opportunity to maybe start things off with a double, have a runner in scoring position, down 2 runs. Maybe that changes the course of the game. But for me, look, Sanchez, again, did not have his best stuff tonight overall. We'll go through the box score in a second. But Sanchez didn't have his best stuff. Soto, Dominguez, pretty much whoever. Hoffman, there you go. There's one guy that had his best stuff. Strom, another scoreless inning and a strikeout, 9 pitches. There you go. And then Soto, Dominguez, Kimbrel. Wah, 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 wah. Christopher Sanchez, by the way, was charged for 3 runs, 5 runs total, 3 runs earned, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts. Very unlike Christopher Sanchez, the kind of start that he had tonight, this afternoon, I should say. Jeff Hoffman has been a godsend in this Phillies bullpen, as is Matt Strom, just taking the ball whenever he is called upon to do so. As long as Strom doesn't have to do a lot of up downs in an outing, as long as he doesn't have to go down and get back up, he's pretty money. He's pretty money. But unfortunately, this time around, it just wasn't meant to be for the Phillies. God, that sucks. Now we have a day to sit and stew in this. 59 home runs this month for the Phillies, third most by any team in a calendar month since 1904. That's from Todd Zalecki of MLB.com. I don't think I'm overreacting. I think everyone feels how I feel. Florida State Gators, Marc Farzetta, what's up? How you doing? That's close enough. Nice to see you. John Messina, Kimbrel stinks. He blew the game big time. Well, crap. That shouldn't have ended like that. April, I agree. Far as he can't bench the bar, Harper and Turner homer, and y'all put this clown Kimbrel in. We don't have a closer. Kimbrel looks shot. I mean, it's hard to deny it right now. Carolyn, Farzy is all in on the Fightins. He said World Series or bust. All right, I'm saying World Series or bust. I haven't said that yet, but I'll say it right now. Harper, I mean, what the hell? What's the point of making the playoffs if you don't say home what do you call it? World Series or bust. Joseph R. Biden Jr. Is Biden a junior or is the junior? I don't even know. Is Biden a junior? I don't know. Or is this account just acting to be his junior? Because I don't know. Mark, you do a great job with your coverage of the Philadelphia Phillies. My staff always has you on in the Situation Room. Please don't watch me in the Situation Room. It sounds like the Situation Room should have other things on. The Situation Room has me on YouTube, and then it has Vanya Manya. For those that have kids, maybe you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Carolyn, what's going on? Scott, how you doing? Scott, hey. Is that Vet Stadium turf for VIPs? I should have never told you that was a gift from a gentleman's club. Anyway, Emily Rodriguez, Farzi's kind of hot. Is he married? It's what I like to call an open marriage. Anyway, I'm kidding. Yes, I'm very much married and very, very happily married. Unless, what's the offer? No, I'm just kidding. All right. Farzi came out tomorrow. Yes, to baseball. I am married to baseball. Thank you. Farzi, do I look concerned? No, not at all. We control our destiny. Babs, Barbara Carroll, thank you so much. Yeah, my balloon is hanging lifelessly halfway up the wall. Greg Benson, I am sorry to hear that. Babs is being defended. Thank you, Babs. Farzi, this Phillies team is World Series bound. Blown save today or not. There you go, Fuji. Larry Hawk, what's going on? Stubbs, nice guy. Lousy catching style. It's like everybody has that catching style. It's not unique to Stubbs. Like JT Realmuto supposed to be the best catcher in baseball. Very similar style. Go Sixers. They should shut Kimbrel down. How about this? Let's shut Kimbrel down and have Nick Nurse be the Phillies closer. Did you see his first pitch today? First off, he did the Kimbrel. Okay? And then he fired a strike to the Fanatic. Absolutely love it. He is a junior. Look at that. Look at me learning things. But everyone's having fun in the chat. This is good. We're all here to have fun. Yeah, we're here to bitch and moan about the way the Phillies lost this game because it does suck. But everything else, man. Oh, damn it. All right. So the month of August is over. Phillies packing it in before their 6-game road trip that they're going on here. Let's just take a minute and review where we're at. Because before they start their calendar of September, before they start their slate of September games on Friday in Milwaukee. 8:10 start time, by the way. I just want to look back on this month of August for a second. Get my mind off the crap that we saw today in the ninth inning. And for the bullpen in general. And the starting pitching. But anyway, easy escape for Strom. And I give a pardon. In words of the president, I'll give a pardon to Jeff Hoffman and Matt Strom. But everybody else sucked. I look back on this month of August. And coming into today, Trey Turner, I think, was hitting 369 since his standing ovations. Okay. He has had a historic month for himself. Nick Castellanos was great this month. Bryce Harper, fantastic this month. All the home runs the Phillies hit. Seeing Alec Boehm get to a position where he's within 5 home runs of 20 for the season, which granted, and I looked it up, about 90 guys are going to hit 20 home runs this season. Like, think about that. I was thinking about during the game today as I was watching, and I think about it a lot because Chase Utley was the guy that kind of pointed it out when he came back to Philadelphia as a member of the Dodgers. He was asked about what really had changed in the game since he came up with the Phils. And he said, it used to be you sit in the dugout and you wait with anticipation for their one guy to come out of the bullpen that could throw like 98 miles per hour, 99 miles per hour. Now it's like every team has like 5 guys that could come in and throw 98, 99 miles per hour. 98 mile per hour fastballs and 20 home run hitters, their value has diminished greatly. Like the supply and demand, the supply far outweighs the demand now. Like everybody's got them. And Alec Boehm, I know 20 home runs is not a big deal to a lot of different people in Major League Baseball. But when you think about a guy like Alec Boehm, where one of the main storylines in the offseason was, can he have that power? Can he be a 25, 30 homer guy for a third baseman in big league baseball? Getting to 20 is a great stepping stone, and it's within reach. You can have another 5 home run month. He can get to 20 home runs on the season. And don't forget, there's a couple of games in October as well. I would love to see that for Alec Boehm. Bryson Stott hitting 5 home runs in the month is great as well. Seeing this Phillies team hit the baseball as well as they did as a team this month, that's my major takeaway. And above all, yes, Trey Turner and Kyle Schwarber hit long balls galore in the month of August is great. But another thing I'm going to take away, especially the last week or two in the month of August, is that for the first time this season, and for the first time of June of last year, we have seen Aaron Nola put in 2 great starts back-to-back of 7 innings and 2 runs or fewer, including a 7-inning, 0-run performance. Zach Wheeler has looked like he has been back to his old form. You can be getting Ranger Suarez back for Saturday's game against the Brew Crew. This is all great stuff. And Taijuan Walker has not had his greatest stuff, but he has still been a pretty solid pitcher for you. Michael Lorenzen not had his great stuff, albeit a no-hitter, which we did see this month, and that too was spectacular. What a month. What a historic month this Phillies team has had. It sucks, yes, it has to end this way. But looking back on it, we're going to be comparing a lot of Phillies teams in the future to what this Phillies team did in the month of August. And I remember the tail end of Ryan Howard's time here in Philadelphia and Chase Utley, and it felt like those years where it seemed like they would go to the Houston Astros, and the Houston Astros would come up at the Philly, and it's just like ruin the vibe of what could be a decent end of the season run. And the last 2 years, even the last 3 years, Bryce Harper getting his MVP, he won his MVP in the last 2 months of that season. And then last year, they solidified a playoff spot and then later made a run to the World Series with the way they ended the season. And now this Phillies team, hotter than they've ever been in the month of August. Now they're going to try to roll that into September. I can't wait for them to start games again on Friday. I can't wait for them to start games again on Friday. Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope to be with you guys Friday night, by the way. I'm going to be traveling, but hopefully I can do a game, a bounce back game Friday night for these Phillies. Until then, I will tell you that Friday game against the Milwaukee Brewers will get started at 8:10 on September 1st. Zach Wheeler does get the ball against Freddie Peralta. Zach Wheeler 10-6 on the season with a 3.59 ERA. Peralta 11-8 with a 3.95 ERA. Zach Wheeler has a nice little run going here, with the exception of that not so great start that he had against the Washington Nationals, where he allowed a 4-run first inning. He has been pretty much cruising. He's allowed since that first inning. He has allowed over 13 innings of work. He's allowed 1 earned run, and it was on a home run, and that was against the St. Louis Cardinals. So he'll be on the hill for the Phillies Friday night, not tomorrow, Friday night, 8:10 in Milwaukee. Freddie Peralta gets the start, as I said. 27-year-old right-handed pitcher is coming off a start against the San Diego Padres, where he allowed 2 runs in 5 1/3 innings of work. Before that, 5 2/3 against the Texas Rangers, where he only allowed 1 run on 4 hits. So that's a nice little stretch that he's been on over his last 4 starts, going at least 5 1/3, allowing no more than 2 earned runs in all those starts. So good for him. Hopefully the Phillies can put an end to that for Freddie Peralta. The Brew Crew right now, as it sits, 74 and 58 on the season. The Phillies are at 74 and 59 on the year. So 2 close teams battling it out in that series. Should be a fun one. This show is brought to you by the great people at Colony Pools and Power Washing. Give them a call at 302-762-2250. That's 302-762-2250. Win and save this baseball season with our friends from Colony Pools and Power Washing. Let the experts get rid of that ugly green algae and mold off your roof, off your siding, and off your deck. They service Delaware, Delco, and Chester counties. Give them a call right now at 302-762-2250. That's 302-762-2250. Mark, I'm getting killed on the social media for my World Series prediction. Mike Fuji, don't you back down. Don't you back down. Bab saying, have fun, Farzy. Thank you very much. Philly curse. What? I told you, Farzy, do not trade Bohm. He's only discovering his power. I would have still traded him for Nolan Arenado. Yeah, I don't give a damn. I still would have traded him. Dallas sucks. In your opinion, is Craig still our closer? Yes. In my opinion, he is. Carolyn, do you do the Farzy show on off days? Yes. Because I'm driving to Baltimore Friday morning after the Farzy show. And then I'm staying over at my brother-in-law's, who, if you guys caught the post-game show for my brother-in-law, you saw him at the, I was on his carport. Nothing was more Maryland than doing a show from a carport. And then we're driving to Virginia. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we'll be in Virginia going fishing. Looking forward to that. Nice little float fishing trip down some river. I don't know what it is. So I don't know about that, but I'll keep you guys posted. That much I promise you. Larry Hawk, good point on Nola. Thank you. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. ROAC 35. Philly curse has begun. This pitching staff is imploding. When the hitting stops, this Phillies pitching has no chance. Wow. Okay. Thought I had enough of a buzzkill with the way the Phillies ended the game in the 9th inning. But thank you anyway. ROAC 35. ROAC. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, thanks everybody in the chat. You guys are great as per usual. Xander Krause produced the program, did a wonderful job. My name is Marc Farzetta. I'll probably be back. I'll probably be back with you guys on Friday night, but I'll definitely be back with you guys tomorrow morning for the Farzy show live at 6 a.m. So don't miss that one. We'll break it all down regarding the Eagles. A lot of Eagles addressing the media today and some fun with the final 53-man roster. We'll get to that, as well as what to expect in the month of September, and we'll recap all of August and the magic and majesty that it was. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great night. See you guys tomorrow morning, and see you guys Friday as well. See you then. Bye.